What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make healthier and crispier chicken wings, all in the comfort of our own kitchen without having to do any deep frying, without any fancy appliances. All we need is an oven, a couple ingredients, and a little bit of that anabolic ingenuity. We're gonna be making crispy wings 3 different ways with 3 different sauces, all that are gonna be lower in calories, lower in fat, and most importantly, optimal for your diet. And for all of my healthier, better for you recipes available in one place, don't forget you can always grab my cookbook, which is available at the first link down below. We got every recipe from the channel in here, and every time I drop a new video, this gets updated, so it really is the gift that keeps on giving. Hit that link down below to check it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all ready to have some fun, then I am too. Let's go.
You're only gonna see me where I'm paid to be. I'm only watching TV if I'm watching me. Got it out the mud, now my Jordan's clean. Diamonds on me dancing, let them drip on me. Bring a couple bottles, put it on my...
All right, folks, the first thing we need to do is ensure that we have the right type of chicken wings. What I have here is a pack of frozen wings I picked up at Kroger. It's a 10-pound bag, and this only cost me $15. That is a ton of wings for the price, but what I'm gonna show you to look out for when you're buying wings is a package that has the wings split up into a first and second segment wing. Some of the wings you buy at the grocery are gonna have the wing and the leg connected, which isn't how you would order them at a restaurant. You have to do extra work and cut them up yourself and do the separating. We don't wanna mess with that. Instead, we're gonna buy them already split. That's gonna save us time, and more importantly, we're gonna get more wings in total. And when you buy these are frozen. If we want them to be as crispy as possible, we do not want them to be frozen. We wanna let them thaw a little bit. Let me show you how I do it. What I like to do is grab a glass container like this. I will put the frozen wings down inside the night before I wanna eat them, and then by morning, they will be mostly thawed. If not, I can lay them out on a baking sheet, let them finish up. It might only take 30 minutes to an hour. So once the wings are thawed, here is how this is gonna go down. Now the goal with these wings is to make them as close to deep fried as possible without any extra breading that's gonna add calories, without deep frying them, which is gonna add calories, and without making this overly complicated. But I promise you, this method is by far my favorite, and anybody watching can do it. So the first thing we wanna do, if we wanna make these extra crispy, because the goal here is to make the skin so crispy it appears as if it's a breading like you would get at a Hooters, a Bombshells, or insert another patriarchal type of wing joint, whichever one's your favorite. What I'm gonna do is grab some paper towels. I'm gonna pull off about a couple, and I'm gonna grab just one wing at a time. I'm gonna wrap it in the paper towel, and the goal here is to get as much of the moisture off of it as possible. You don't gotta go too overboard, but the drier we can get these, the more crispy they're gonna be. I'm gonna go through every single wing, repeat this step, dry them off, and place them down in the mixing bowl as I finish. Now that we got the chicken wings dried, what we're gonna do now is grab a large commercial size baking sheet. This is made out of stainless steel, and I got it on Amazon. I recommend, if you're doing any type of bulk cooking, pick up one of these. They last forever, and the amount of stuff you can cook at one time is insane. So we're gonna take this, and I'm gonna lay down a piece of foil right on here. What this is gonna do is minimize cleanup. That way when we're done and all that fat renders off and down, we don't gotta scrub it off the pan. We can just pull up the aluminum foil and throw it away. Work smarter, not harder, folks. And a crucial step to make sure these wings are as crispy as possible all over, we're gonna use elevated wire racks to cook these on. I have 2 of these that are made for regular size baking sheets, but they will work perfectly on this commercial one if we stack them like so. Not only are these elevated racks outstanding because they let that airflow travel underneath the wing and crisp all around, but when a lot of that fat cooks and renders off, it falls down and doesn't stay there with the wing. So all in all, you're getting less calories because all that stuff isn't incorporated with the wing as we cook. The baking sheet and the wire racks, I do believe, are in my description box. You wanna check out the exact models that I buy on Amazon. And now it's time to make the magic happen. So what we wanna do with our wings, obviously we don't wanna add any breading because of the calories, but we want them to become crispy. Now we need 2 ingredients to ensure that this happens in the oven. The first one is baking powder. This causes a reaction in the skin while you cook the chicken that browns it and crisps it and is absolutely ideal for this recipe. The second one is salt, more specifically kosher salt, which will also dehydrate the skin and help it dry out and crisp even more. And when it comes to weighing this out, you really can't use too much baking powder, but personally for me, I've found for every pound of wings or 448 grams, if you put in 30 grams of baking powder, that'll be more than enough. I have about 3 pounds of wings here, so I'm gonna use a little more than that. And then for the kosher salt, for every pound of wings, use about 3 grams. You can ramp this up or down depending on your preference. Now I'll just go with a spoon, mix everything together, and from here on out, it's easy. We grab a wing, we toss it down the baking powder. I'm gonna flip it up over around, make sure it gets a full coat, just like that. And then now I will just place it right on my wire rack. And basically we're just gonna rinse, repeat until all of our wings are fully coated. Move a little faster, I'll throw 4 or 5 down in here. Go ahead, flip them over. This stuff adheres really well. Boom, give another flip, perfect, and so on and so forth. I am going to continue to coat these wings and place them on the rack, and I will see you guys once all of this is done. here we go. We have all of our chicken wings fully coated in the baking powder and kosher salt. And as you can see, if you look closely, we didn't leave a single spot on these untouched. I recommend full coverage if you want the crispiest wing you can possibly make. Now, all that's left to do is toss these in the oven at 425 degrees on convection mode from about 45 to 55 minutes. Convection mode basically means there's a fan in your oven that is blowing air around, which is gonna help it get up underneath, go all around these wings, make sure they get extra crispy. You definitely wanna use convection mode if you wanna make the most out of this recipe. And regarding the 45 to 55 minute time, as soon as you can stick a thermometer down on these and they reach a temperature of 165 degrees, you'll know they'll be good to go. You need a kitchen thermometer if you wanna make sure all your food is cooked properly. I got them linked in my description box, but I'll show you the one I use when it's time. Let's go ahead, toss these in, boom. And there we have it, folks. Now it's just a waiting game, but while we wait, I think I need a snack. Out of all these delicious flavors, which one do I want? I'm thinking fruity cereal crunch. We take it out of the package, it's coated in white chocolate, we break it down the middle, it's soft, and there's actual fruity pebbles inside. That's how you make a protein bar. 3, 2, 1, Lego. ANABOLIC is hands down the best tasting protein bar out there, bar none. There's no competition. If you don't believe me, you gotta try it out. Head on over to theanabar.com, use the code RJF10, you're gonna save money, and I promise this will be the best tasting protein bar you've ever had. I guarantee it. Now we've got a few more minutes on those wings to finish up, and when they do, I'm gonna show you what we're working with. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just pulled these out. It has been about 50 minutes or so. I got my thermometer right here. All I wanna do is insert this into the thickest part of the wing, get down into the meat. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we have a temperature of 189 degrees. That means these are fully cooked and ready to go. And if I pick one of these up, you can see what happened to that skin. It almost looks like we actually breaded it with how crispy it is. Literally, you can hear it when I flick it. You got breading actually falling off. And that is the whole point of the salt and baking powder. It causes a reaction in the skin that makes it crispy, just like we breaded it, but as you guys know, we didn't have to deep fry it or do anything like that that's gonna add unnecessary calories. Now, to give you an example of how we can do this 3 different ways. For the first style, I'm gonna place some wings down inside a large mixing bowl, and now we're gonna toss them with one of my favorite sauces. This is G. Hughes Sweet Thai Chili Sauce, only 5 calories a serving, loads of flavor, and we'll be cutting down on the sugar drastically from using a regular sauce. G. Hughes is the man. We're just gonna dump this right on here, give her a quick shake to toss and coat, then we'll go ahead and place them right here, and perfect. Now we're gonna grab another mixing bowl, load it up again, and this time we're gonna do another staple, which is barbecue sauce, but traditional barbecue sauce has a lot of sugar, so instead we're opting for the G. Hughes version. I'm gonna rock with sweet and spicy, only 10 calories a serving here. We're just gonna dump this right on top of the wings, then we'll just shake to coat, and once these are coated, we'll just place them right here, and perfect. And then for the third way, we will be using no sauce at all. Instead, we'll eat them fresh out of the oven. Personally, this is my favorite way to do it. I think chicken wings in general have a ton of flavor due to the fat content in the meat, and when you use the little trick I showed you with the baking powder and salt, these are crispy and oh so delicious. And here we go, folks. It was really that easy to make healthier, crispier, better for you wings right in the comfort of our own home using low calorie sauces and a little bit of ingenuity to take one of your favorite foods you can order traditionally at a restaurant that's not good for a diet. We can optimize it and make it right in the comfort of our own home. Losing weight isn't about giving up foods you love. It's about making the better choices at every possible turn. If you do that, you're gonna see results no matter what. If you guys made it this far into the video, if you could for me, please smash that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. Any comment will do. Helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Now, before these get cold, I think it's time to try them out. Let's go. And here we go. But first, before I get into trying these wings, I gotta let you know about the apparel sponsor of the channel, Young LA. Right now, I'm rocking one of their t-shirts, their graphic ones. We got some birds, some flowers, unique colors, and I'm also rocking the polar fleece shorts, which are by far the most comfy shorts I've ever worn in my life. You need to check out Young LA if you haven't yet. It is hands down, literally 99.9% of what I wear. It is all Young LA, and I can vouch for dang near every single product on their site. If you wanna step up your style, grab some new gym clothes, some joggers, some dress clothes, whatever you want, I guarantee they got it. You can head over to youngla.com, use my code RJF, you're gonna save money, and I promise you're gonna be stylish. And we got Young LA for her dropping very soon, so stay on the lookout for that. So appreciate you guys as always. Now let's get into these wings. First off, I'm gonna show you how crispy these are. Let me grab one of these ones right here. As you can see, that crispy, flaky skin on the outside that we didn't even have to bread. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Once again, I always say this about these recipes, but if you fed this to somebody and didn't tell them it was the healthier, optimized version, they would have no idea. They'd think you deep fried it. Outstanding, incredible. Next, let's do the sweet Thai chili. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. It's a little sweet, a little spicy. G. Hughes don't miss when he's on top. And then finally, we got the barbecue. Let's do it. barbecue with a hint of heat, can't complain. All three of these are absolutely phenomenal. If I had to pick my favorite, it is definitely just gotta be the plain crispy one. Something about the texture, the natural flavors of the wing, I'm just a massive fan. That crispy skin is really where the money's at. Now, when it comes to calculating the calories in a chicken wing, this is actually a tricky matter. You have to think about a wing in general, right? When you look at this, you have all the meat that is on the outside of the bone. If you're weighing your chicken wings, you're trying to calculate the macros with the bone weight included. That is not the way you want to do it. The actual nutrition is if you were to actually peel all the meat off the bone and weigh that out. So in about 112 grams of wing meat, what you end up with is 234 calories with 18 grams of fat, 18 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs, and 0 grams of fiber. Now the thing is, right, the way we cook these, a lot of that fat dripped off, got rendered out in the cooking process, so the macros are actually a little lower than that, but this is where it gets tricky because if you're really trying to be 100% on top of what you're eating, I don't recommend playing games like that where we're trying to take calories away. Instead, I look at that as bonus points in order to calculate it as if none of that stuff ever happened. There is a way where you can make these and fit them into your diet and track them and still be on point, which is what I do. But for the most part, a recipe like this, I would recommend if you're making a dinner, you're not necessarily being super strict that day, you're not tracking a ton, and you wanted to optimize it and make the wings the best you possibly could from a diet perspective, this right here, how I showed you, is definitely how you want to do it. I'm telling you folks right now, you have to try these crispy wings. It's an absolute game changer. I made them for my girlfriend last night, and she is a fried chicken connoisseur, and she couldn't believe what we were able to do with these right in the oven. If you end up making these, tag me on Snapchat, Facebook, Tinder, not Tinder, Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is your social, and let me know what you think. And as always, if you have my cookbook, it has been updated, so this recipe is not in there along with every other recipe. If you want to take your diet in your own hands and eat amazing, delicious food that is the better choice, the best version of it for you, then my cookbook in your pocket is probably the best decision you can ever make. Link down below. Appreciate you guys as always for checking out the channel. Means a lot. Thumbs up help, comments help, subscriptions help. We got more great content coming. And yeah, thank you guys as always for stopping by. Hopefully everybody's eating healthy, eating anabolic, and most importantly, seeing results. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Boom, 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 baby. We gone.